Jeremy Sockman here, and if you know me, then you know that every now and again I like to dip into the distant past for a chance to see what life was like in the days before I graced the world with my presence. Today I'm going all the way back to 1949 to a movie called She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, one of those westerns they used to make back when men were men and horses knew their place. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon stars John Wayne as Captain Nathan Brittles, cavalryman extraordinaire looking to take one last patrol before riding off into that Technicolor sunset.
6 more days. 6 more days and I retire.
Seems like there's some kind of doings afoot with the various Native American tribes, and he's going to take his boys out to make sure there isn't another Little Bighorn on the horizon.
212 dead on the Little Bighorn. Headquarters expects hard and bloody winter.
But there's just one problem. He's got to take a couple of women along for the ride. Seems they finally realized an army base is no place for a lady and want to catch the first stagecoach out of town.
And in conclusion, I respectfully protest the decision of my commanding officer to saddle this troop with his female relations.
So against protest, Nathan brings them along, if only to get rid of them. One problem, these women are nothing but troublemakers. Olivia, played by Joanne Drew, has got a couple of the boys chasing after her hand, and they've gone loopy, forgetting their duty and fighting over who gets to ask her to the big dance. She plays them for a couple of saps by wearing yellow ribbon in her hair. It's a sign of being attached, but she never says for whom she's wearing it. That little game nearly blows the whole mission.
Right pretty, don't you think, Mr. Cohill?
I do indeed, sir.
A yellow ribbon, Miss Dandridge? Do you know what that means in the cavalry? A sweetheart.
It does?
Who's it for?
Why, for you, of course, Captain Bridget.
For me. I'll make these young bucks jealous.
But that's not the worst part. You see, cavalry are all about speed, riding their horses as fast as necessary to get where they need to go. But when you have to escort a wagon of make-up-toting maidens, you're hamstrung. They can't move at the required pace and people die because of it. Thanks, ladies. Maybe next time just stay in. So the troop is too late to get the women on the last ride out of state, and are forced to return home to base. All that marching for nothing.
This was your last patrol and I'm to blame for it.
Only the man who commands can be blamed. The rest's on me. Mission failure.
Brittle's last patrol was ruined and he's put out to pasture. But, spoiler alert, he's not going out a failure. Against orders, he rides out for one more trip, meeting with Chief Pony that Walks, played luckily enough by an actual chief, Chief John Bigtree. They're both trying to avert a war.
You come with me. We hunt buffalo. Get drunk together. Hallelujah!
The talk doesn't go so well, but with a little ingenuity and some fancy charging, Brittles and the crew chase off the advancing warband's mounts and prevent more loss of life. Now maybe this sounds like a simple enough story, in a lot of ways it is. What it's also is a harsh reminder of just what women's roles were. Time after time we're shown how they only get in the way. Don't follow regulations, wear uniforms they aren't supposed to, make men forget themselves, get in the way of soldiering, and don't even know how to ride a horse properly.
Well, that's the best I can do.
Look at poor Nathan. He's still so distraught over the death of his wife and daughters that he talks to their graves and gives their corpses water. Is that the face of a soldier with his full mind on his duty to his country? Sure, they might look and smell pretty, even dance well, but this movie is telling you women just get in the way, that they belong at home. Don't agree? Well, it's too late to tell John Ford what you think. He's dead!
It's about time I did retire.
Now, I've heard how this is a classic movie and one of the all-time greats, but you know what? I just don't see it. It's just a lot of empty spaces and desert cliffs. Where's the variety? How about a nice field of flowers, maybe some snow? Talk about Dullsville. But what I can't understand is how half of this stuff made it off the cutting room floor. It's so dark in places you can hardly see anything. Hey, Mr. Ford, next time try looking to the viewfinder with your good eye. So in the end, while this movie did have a few bright spots, there were just too many strikes against it to really win me over. Whether it be the backwards view of women's roles or just plain bad cinematography, I can't get behind this supposed masterpiece. Sorry She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, but I'm Jeremy Sockman, and I'm giving you a hard pass.
Never apologize, mister. It's a sign of weakness.
Round her neck, she wore a yellow ribbon. She wore it in the winter and the merry month of May. When I asked her why the yellow ribbon, she said it's for my lover who is in the cavalry. Cavalry, 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 cavalry. She said it's it's for my lover who is in the cavalry. Cavalry, cavalry, cavalry. She said it's for my lover in the U.S. Cavalry.